Looks like we're live on a Wednesday afternoon. How's everybody doing? Hi to my week, absolutely. Hope everybody's doing well. Good to see everybody's names starting to pop up. Nice Wednesday afternoon. Things going well here. I hope they are with you. Hope you got some good stuff on your cutting table. Hope everybody's doing all right. And all of a sudden, Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Well, maybe that's I keep saying, wow, it's almost Thanksgiving. Well, it's not like they move it around, right? It's like if it was in August, we'd all be going, wow, it's already Thanksgiving. But it's kind of like we know when it's going to come up. But anyway, look, we're going to talk some leather. I got some fun stuff to talk about. I hope I'll leave that up to y'all. But again, it's good to see everybody's name pop up. Glorfindel, rough projects have me down. I'm sorry to hear that. It happens. I don't have any good advice other than maybe to set them aside, walk away, pick something else up. Maybe that may not be great advice because I got a bin of projects that I have walked away. I'm gonna come back. I'm just gonna stay. Yeah, I could really use that bin. it's kind of overflowing. And my scrap bin, it looks like it's like it threw up on my shop floor because I've been rummaging through it, right? And I'm shooting a video or I'm working on a project. I'll come back to this. I just need to find this. I just need a piece of 4 to 5 ounce veg, not even a big. I'll come back. I'll clean this up in a little bit. Yeah, a week later. Ah, my shop is not bad, but it's not great either. I need another cleansing. Yeah, a good shop cleansing and a good prayer wouldn't hurt there either. Let me tell you. All right. So I hope everybody's good on a Wednesday afternoon. It's been nice here, but I think it's supposed to turn cold this evening. Oh, okay. I say cold. What folks in Minnesota would probably call summer, right? But anyway, think we're going to dip down into the low 30s over the next few nights. Winter's here. Great time to work in the shop, though. That's my favorite time of the year to be in the shop. Tuck in, get the heater going, get some good tunes going. Oh, man, that's a great time. Shut everything out for a little bit, right? I mean, I think that might be one of the biggest parts of why we're happy. I mean, one of many, many. We get to walk into our shop. It's our little kingdom, right? It's our rules. What we say goes. But we can get in here. We can concentrate on a project. All those little things that we worry about, stressed about, they kind of disappear for a little bit, right? And maybe the project comes out well. We walk out of our shop, whole different attitude, right? Whole different attitude. So Glorfindel, maybe that'll help a little bit. I hope so. I hope so. That I know what you mean. I've got a bunch of them, and I got one over there that it's been sitting there 2 years. It's a briefcase, and I did a Celtic dog, very traditional Celtic on the flap, got antique paint, and everything I've done on it's wrong. Everything is wrong. I don't want to finish it. I need to, but it's going to be too heavy. I've even kicked around it. So I went with like a 6-7 exterior that I tool. They can, I'll come in with a lighter weight leather. I'll come in with a very thin leather, maybe 2 to 3 ounce. I'll line it. I don't know what I did. I came back in with a full weight suede. Well, I wouldn't say full weight. It's not like an apron split, 8 to 9 ounce. That would be big, but it's just too heavy. It's too thick. I've kicked around, maybe coming back in with some deglazer, right? And strip off that suede liner. Come back in with what I was supposed to do. I did a cool border stamp, but I didn't think about it, right? I didn't. It's like I don't know why I did this. It's like, oh, I bet that would look good. I sat down and started. Now it's off on either side because I was going to drop in a spot between each. So now the spots are like that. Why? Why? Why didn't I think about it? Why didn't I? Every step of the process, the only thing I did well on that was the tooling. Right. So I got the gussets ready to go, the pockets wet formed, straps are ready. I've picked out the buckles. Crap. I don't know if I'll get to it or not. I got a box of stuff over there. And over the years, right? And does anybody else do this? I'll come back to that. Oh, when I retire, I'm going to go through that bin. I'm going to pull all these old projects out and complete them. Yeah, let's put some money on that, right? Yeah, I don't see that happening. Yeah, I'll go through that crap. I'll save the hardware on this one. Oh, I like the tooling on that. I'll cut that out. I just don't see it happening. And again, that one looks like it threw up on my floor too because there's so many things in it. But also with my shop and my weaver shop, after 9 years of making projects, one a week, I don't have room. I'm just starting to hang crap on the walls now. Whatever, I don't care. Organization, that's long past. That looks okay. But again, I need to come back in there, and I've done that 3 or 4 times, come back in, get all the projects, additional projects, lay them out on my table, and then drop in nails to where they're gonna fit. Crap, I gave up on that 2 years ago. Now that's why you never see the wings or the sides of the set or my weaver shop. Yeah, you never see those. It crap everywhere. But anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about us because Nan had a great comment here. Uh, Hello everyone, the best leather crafting group around. I have to agree. From the fan page and the comments here, and y'all, a lot of y'all that I've been able to meet at the shows and whatnot, I have to agree. I just think some of the friendliest, coolest, great people. Just happy to talk, easy to talk to. And plus, we love talking to other leathercraft people because we can speak our language, which is kind of uncommon in our day to day life, but which is good and bad. Um, I just remember doing shows, having booths. Somebody would look at something and I'd say, "Oh, this is it's like English bridal leather and it's hands on." They're like, "Yeah. How much is it?" It's like, crap. But the other side of that is they buy it and I don't care now. Now I don't care, right? But anyway, it's good to get together with folks that speak our same language. It's kind of rare for us. It's kind of rare, but that's one of the reasons I love doing the live so much. I get to hang with y'all for a little bit and talk tricks and techniques and all one of my favorite. And we need to get back to this. I've kind of gotten slack on this. The craft fails. We really got to start doing the craft fails again for so many reasons. We've talked about it, right? But for so many reasons, I need to get back on top of that. I had a dye spill, so we'll use that as our as our craft fail today. Yeah, it was a bad one. It was a We'll come back around to that. Yeah. Oh, that old chestnut. Right. Yeah. Yeah, geez, it kind of ruined a lot of stuff. Well, not really, nothing extraordinary, but anyway, we'll come back to that. But also, my wife is leaving for New Jersey tomorrow to go spend Thanksgiving with her dad and her brother. Um, I'm torn on that. I miss her, really do. Gonna miss her badly. It's really quiet around here. Everybody, your spouse or your significant other goes away for a week or two, gets kind of quiet. And I always hurt myself when my wife, well, okay, first off, I'm here by myself. No adult supervision. Okay, so that's problem number one. But I always hurt myself when nothing serious. One year, I was trying to pull, I mean, she'd left that morning. I was trying to pull like a mini blinds down and it got stuck and cut the crap out of my thumb. One, one year I cut myself in my shop. One year I banged the crap out of my, yeah. So that's the downside of it. No supervision. All right. But when she's gone, I kind of buckle down and, I'll clean some house. I'll do all those, the honey-do list, all the chores that need to be done that I don't want to do. So I'll keep myself busy, but I'm planning on spending a little time in my shop. I'm just, yeah, because, in the evenings when she's upstairs and I'm downstairs in the shop, and a lot of us probably have the same feeling. She's up there by herself, watching TV. I'm down here all day. So if she's upstairs, she's by herself, and then I'm going to come down here in the evening. And right, I kind of don't like doing that. So when she's out of town, that gives me a little time to get down to my shop and work on some projects. And maybe I can work on something that I can post on the fan page. Finally, geez, I'm the only person on the fan page that doesn't post anything on the fan page. That's rude. That's just rude. So anyway, but um, rainy day here. Finally getting some rain here. And the only reason I bring that up is because Bruce, our cat, is here somewhere and he's bored and he lets us know it. Um, so I don't know I heard something fall over there, and I just know he was involved. I just know it. Our house isn't haunted. We have a cat, but too, he comes in wet, right? Wet. He wants to sit on my desk. So I keep a to-do list on my desk, just a written to-do list on a clipboard, right? So I can mark stuff out as I go, but it's always in front of me. I've always done that. I'm a lister, right? I list my list. He just wants to sit down on that list. So my to-do list looks like a Civil War bandage all the time. And he'll come through the house. It's fall, right? He'll come through, he'll sit down, he'll get up and walk away, and there's a cat-shaped debris field everywhere he goes. And he eats the house. Cats are they're so much more destructive than dogs. We're dog people. We don't have a dog. We had to put our little girl down back in January, and we need a dog. We need a dog. We're dog people, and we have 2 cats. Don't get it. Didn't go looking for cats. They found us, but bless their hearts, they made good calls. They've had good lives with us. Anyway, enough of that. We need to talk about some leather here. So let's see. All right, we've been talking since the holidays are coming up. We've been talking about some ideas, and I've listed the majority of mine. That we talked about the majority of the ideas that I have. So if anybody's got some really unique, great ideas, drop it in here. You're going to help all of us out. And me too, because me and my wife, we haven't come up with something for Christmas yet. Procrastinating on that. I don't know if it's procrastination because I'm itching to get started on something. Does anybody feel that way? I'm ready to go. I need an idea. I need an idea. Once we get that idea, right? We're like a capacitor, building up energy. I'm going to spring into action as soon as I figure out what I'm going to spring into action to, right? Yeah, crap. So, well, here's where I'm going with this. So my dad, every year he gets about a dozen things. He always buys something from me. I do my best. Dad, you're my dad. I'm not going to charge you for nope. That's the way it is. He's going to buy it and he's going to pay retail. I can't argue the point. Can't do it. It's my dad too, right? Anyway, so he's been in a church group like 15 years, and he always does something for the ladies. There's a dozen or so ladies, wives, and so he was asking me the other night. He said, Chuck, do you have any good ideas for an inexpensive gift? $25 a piece. Give or take something for the ladies, in their group. And after 15 years of doing these gifts every year, I'm kind of running out of ideas. Dad mentioned, well, how about some kind of a cool little valet? Okay, well, there's an idea. I could take that and run with it. But then my mom chimes in, well, how about some colors? It's like our little clutches. We did a little snap clutch video because we got so many beautiful colors of suede. Those just go over so well. We did those last year. So got to come up with something. I'm struggling on this. So there's going to be 3 questions today. Well, that's the first one. Has anybody got any good ideas, something unique that we may not have talked about? And I'm going to go down. I'll back up, but I'm going to go down real time here so I can see, if anybody pitches in something. Yeah, Carrie, always keeping a smile on her face. Carrie, I think about you from time to time. And I say a prayer. I hope you're doing well. I hope things, if they're not immediately coming back together, I hope it's on the horizon. I do. Cross fingers and a prayer for you, Carrie. I hope so. Let's see. I changed my music. It's giveaway time. I can't believe 15 freaking minutes went by so fast. Why doesn't it do it that way at work? Anyway, crap. Not really, because it's giveaway day. Yeah. So, all right. So let's get into this and I'll come back wherever I was. I don't remember. My wife always goes, don't do that. That's irritating when you're talking about something and you forget have we met? Hi, I'm Chuck. Have we met? Right. So it's the way I live. Okay. So we're going to do a giveaway this week. This is one from the mothership. and these go over so well. I'd like to mix it up a little bit, a little more variety, but I just happened to be using one of these this morning and thought, man, these are game changers. They really are. Okay, so we're going to give away a corner knife size of your choice. And I love these. And I'll go into a small spiel for those who hadn't heard it. For so long, there was one little corner knife out there, and it was about that size. I bet that's a 15 millimeter. Yeah, it was about that size. Totally damn useless for just about everything you work on. If you made a wallet, that would be great. But other than that, there was nothing out there. We now have 6 sizes. I mean, look at that. That's the, oh yeah, there we go. That's the 40 millimeter, which is about 1.5 inches. That's, I mean, pouch flaps, all kinds of pouch flaps, or like pockets. If we're going to wet form a pocket, that gives us that nice rounded corner on those. Or an end, like, I think our belt blanks. I don't think they use a corner knife on these. I'm pretty sure they're going to use a die to cut those out. But that's a 1.5 inch across. So if we don't have a 1.5 inch round end punch, that's going to punch the end of the belt, make it, give it a nice touch, right? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to give away one of these, your choice. All right, now I'll explain what all we're going to do. But the key word here, the entry word is corner knife. So put in the word corner knife. That's going to enter you into the contest. Now, I got to bring this up because I typically forget this. Contiguous U.S. only. I know I would, if it were up to me, it'd be, if I were king of the whole world, it'd be very different, right? But at the same time, so contiguous U.S. only because shipping rates have gotten so crap crazy lately. I hope we're going to start seeing those start to come down here in the near future. And if so, maybe around, maybe like approaching Christmas, I might could talk the boss into doing a whole world giveaway. Anybody in the world, we're going to give, and just, suck up the shipping on that one. And so I'll see if I can't get that one going. All right. I don't know if I'm going to remember that or not. So anyway, all right, what I'll say is I'll do my best to remember to talk to the boss about that. Maybe as we get into December, we'll try that. But also too, we've got kind of a budget. The boss says don't go over this for cost, right? Not retail, but cost. So that gives us a little extra room. Now and then I can kind of squeeze that up a little bit if nobody's paying attention. I hope the boss isn't watching. Anyway, I didn't say that because I'm always on budget, right? Anyway, but as we get closer to the holidays, I want to see if we can't really do just something big, something big. I don't think she'll go for the Cub or a 303 or a 205 or 4-ton or 8-ton. I'll toss it out there. Yeah, I don't see that one happening, but I'll try. I'll promise I'll try to remember to try to talk to the boss about something big. But we'll do. I'm thinking like maybe one of our edgers. In fact, I think you can see one. Yeah, over there on my work table. Love it. Love those. Anyway, all right. So, at 3:45, Miriam's gonna pick a winner, and I'll fill you in on what all you need to do there. But corner knives, game changer. It absolutely is. I use these on every project. I've always had a way to cut corners where you cut little cuts, make small cuts around a corner, and it works okay. It's not bad. And boom, boom, done. Perfect every time. So anyway, we got a video on creative ways to use these too, not just round corners. All kinds of cool things we can do with these. Anyway, all right, so we'll come back at 3:45, but again, the keyword or the entry word there is corner knife. Hope that's right. Yes, corner knife. I know, wouldn't that suck? We've met. Anyway, all right, excuse me for a second. Yeah, I shot all morning. Not supposed to be doing that, but I did that anyway. But when I do that, about 4 or 5 o'clock, my voice starts going. You can sometimes you can hear it in the videos too. Uh, uh, Dennis Cleveland. Okay, Dennis. You keep flailing those corner knives around, you're apt to injure yourself while the wife's away. Good point. Good point. Yeah, Dennis, you're exactly right. Maybe I should just stay away from sharp objects for the next 10, 11 days, right? Anyway, Um, Sally Webb's with Veronica Rivas, y'all, Tom Leary, Hillary Coolhoven. Y'all, it's so good to see your name. Y'all, thanks for joining us. And I hope it's worth your time. I do. I hope there's some good information here. I hope it's fun. We got the best craft going. And there's some grumpy leather crafters out there. I've met a lot of them. but luckily, they're few and far between because best craft ever. Not biased, just simple fact. And now I've read an article, and I think I brought this up last time. I wrote an article for Illume magazine. Um, so I'm writing another one, and it's I've kind of been it's like it's supposed to be tricks and tips, but I kind of went off on a rant on this one about the history of leathercraft, right? And I'm surprised myself. Something like I think the oldest thing we've ever found is something like 20 something thousand. I wish I'd written this down because not going to help. 20 something thousand year old something like a pair of shoes, and they're actually pretty well done. Don't hold me to all this. I'm going to get all this more solidified, but I mean, they think we've been working leather for somewhere around 1 to 1.7 million years, right? And I'm always of the note that we were cold, right? Nothing like a nice big woolly mammoth coat to fix that problem, right? And stylish too. Yeah, right. A nice woolly mammoth pouch, a nice accessory. But so I'm starting to look in this, and the more I look into it, the more it's like this article's getting ridiculous because there's so much. I need to back off on it. Anyway, what I'm saying there, actually, remember this, is it really is a toss up between us and our woodworking cousins, the wood chippers. And we can call them wood chippers because they call us cow jockeys. We're cool, right? Little trash talk amongst family members can be fun. But anyway, but I do respect the woodworkers. The work is absolutely beautiful, as well as the blacksmiths. Wow. Particularly the artistic blacksmiths. Unbelievable. I wish that's something I wish I could do. I really do. I've always wanted to go that route. Anyway, the wood chippers have a legitimate argument with us. We're not really sure, right? But again, I say we were cold. And yeah, all right. So the point there is that we've got a great craft, happy, friendly people, rich history. I mean, tooling leather goes back to the 1500s, maybe. There's a case out there. It's like a trunk that's got tooled impressions on it. So long, rich, storied history with the leather crafters. So I'm just going to say we're the oldest craft. I think so. But it's also something funny. And I don't often do this, but I do. When you're in your shop working on something, you're doing something that somebody maybe 4,000, 10,000, 16,000 years ago, somebody was at their workbench or work rock in their shop or their cave, right? Making a pair of shoes because shoes allowed us to walk farther and faster. And we no longer had to carry stuff in our hands because now we can make a pouch. And we could go further north because now we've got clothing that will handle the colder elements. So, I just think it's us. That's my story. I'm sticking with it. So anyway, the point is, great folks, and y'all prove it every day on the fan page, every other Wednesday right here. Y'all, thank you for making this what it is, and for making the fan page what it is, and for making Leathercraft what it is. Big happy group of friendly people. Hallelujah. Amen on that one, right? All right, so let's see. I got stuff to talk about over here. And it's funny because every live, when we finish the live and I'm like, okay, bye, y'all. Love y'all. I'm looking, I'm like, crap. I didn't talk about anything on this table. That's okay. I don't have to because y'all make this what it is. Bless your heart for doing that. Absolutely. And when I say bless your heart, there's two ways. If y'all are, for the new folks in the South, that's just bless your heart. It's what we say. There's actually two meanings to that. Okay. So first off, bless your heart. God bless your heart. That's the long version. You're a sweet person. The other one is, well, Bless your heart, you moron. Right? I mean, it really, oh, you fell off the porch again. Well, bless your heart. Oh, you hit yourself in the head with your own mallet. Well, bless your heart. Sounds good, but it's a Southern way of saying you moron, right? The polite way to say moron, right? So, anyway, all right. So let's see where we are. I really thought today, this morning, I was thinking I want to spend more time on the comments because that's the meat of this whole thing. It really is. So I'm going to do my best. I'm going to back up here a little bit, because all the corner knife, y'all, excellent. Congratulations to whoever wins this because they're a great tool to have in our shop. Um, Ron Dowdy with us, Uncle, Mama, Bobby, Susie. I'm glad you're with us. I have to say that slowly just to make sure I say it correctly, but glad you're with us nonetheless. Absolutely. Oh, Pam, cow chick Watson. I like the cow chick. There you go. Good. Um, oh, that's let's see. All right, Sally Webb. Sally, good to see your name pop up. When my husband goes out of town, my daughter and son-in-law drive by to see if the craft room light is on and toss some food in the door to keep me alive. That's toss some food in the door. That's exactly right. When Joe leaves, open the fridge door, crickets, right? Luckily, she freezes some stuff, right? For specifically when she goes out of town so I can eat. But I kind of sort of eat okay, and I I I saw it funny. I'm not gonna read that one out loud, but good one. I'm not even gonna say who it is, but good one there. Anyway, yeah, that's true. I'll throw something on the grill, but it seems like such a waste cooking for yourself, right? Yeah, anyway. All right, let me back up over here. Um, Procrastination builds. It was on my list to call you this morning because this is the coolest thing ever. All right, so Ryan, and I won't go into phone numbers and last name and all that, but procrastination builds. We see your name pop up from all the time. I hate Skiving Club coffee cup. Oh damn! I hate skiving band-aids, skiver, extra blades. That is now bulk band-aids. That is now one of my favorite. No, that is now my favorite coffee cup, but I don't want to use it because I don't want to drop it or ding it or marble countertops in our kitchen. Who came up with this? Who They should have to deal with marble countertops for the rest of their day. When do rubber countertops come into fashion? That's what we need. Anyway, the point is, Ryan, thank you so much. I'll call you probably tomorrow morning. In fact, this morning I was like, it's too early to call way out, that side of the country too late or it's too early, too early. And then I started getting ready for this and whoosh, gone out of my mind. Ryan, I'll give you a call tomorrow. And we got a new phone system, which I don't know how to operate. Crap. Okay. So once I get that figured out, and it sounds pretty easy, we just got one now. There's a lot of us that work from home. So we can get an app for our phone, got a new phone. My phone was dying. Wasn't the phone, it was battery. And I'm not even going to tell you what iPhone it was. It was like a -6. It's that old. So, I mean, my battery, 30% would last like 8 minutes. It was like the old phones. I just have to walk around with my phone and my charger. Wherever I sit down, I have to plug it in. So, got a new phone and got to kind of sort of figure that one out too. It wiped out a lot of my conversations on Facebook Messenger, so I got to try to see if I can retrieve all of that, repopulate those, and a new charger. That irritates me to no end. Different charger than my old one. I bought this brand because my wife has the same brand, same charger. I got to buy a charger for the house, for my shop, for my phone. Really? Okay. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of that. Let's get back over here. Um, corner knife, nice. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, Uncle Mommy, Mama Bobby Susie. when my hubs was over the road trucking, he would cook enough food for at least a week. So he knew I'd make it until he got back. So you'd at least still be there when he got back. Good point. Uh, and Glorfindel, got a good answer there, y'all. That's part of what this is about. Absolutely. Answering questions, tricks, tips, helping somebody out. And when you answer a question, not just helping that person out, anybody that reads all these comments gets that same information. So, if you've got a good idea, got a good answer, drop it in there. Uh, oh, Ernie Murphy. Ernie, glad to see your name pop up. Let's see. How about a 2-hour live for the last one of the year? We should do that. I'll let me write it down because it ain't gonna get there. Let me put down last of year, 2 hour. All right, we'll see. Because I don't know when the last of the year is gonna fall in place. Uh I haven't looked that far on the calendar, so we might be off. Actually, I think Christmas is on. Is it on a Wednesday this year? And New Year's. So it might, let me see how those fall out or fall in line with the live schedule. But that's a good call. That's a good call, Ernie. Thank you for bringing that up. Uh, oh, Henry Copeland. Chuck, thank you for your comment. Oh, the wizard carving. Oh, man. We'll talk about the fan page tournament. We got some shout outs on the fan page, but if you haven't been on, it's just Facebook, Chuck Dorsett fan page. You're going to see some work like Jurgen Bulbach. Oh, man. I mean, no words. No words for the beauty of his work. You go on the fan page, you'll see what I'm talking about. But we've got a shout out for him and a couple other people with some really pretty work from the fan page. We'll come back around that. Probably typically at about 3:56 when I go, oh crap, we've only got 4 minutes left. Anyway, yeah, and procrastination builds. Got 2 very cool little keychains. Oh, thank you for that box. That is very cool. Very, very cool. Beautiful work there. Thank you for that. We'll talk probably tomorrow morning. I'll make sure I won't call you at 6 a.m. your time. That's what I was trying not to do today. Anyway, we'll talk. We'll talk. Chris Gould, I've been thinking about you just about every day for the last 2 weeks. Oh man, I need a better heater in my workshop. Got to dig the snow from the doors to get in. Wow, Chris, I didn't realize y'all would get a good bit of snow. Um, I didn't really think about that. Didn't realize that. We're hoping for some snow this year. Come on, give us in the South a little bit of snow, right? Anyway, Chris, we'll email back and forth here shortly, but want to hear how you're doing, how Elisa's doing, if everything's all right for you. Um, yeah, okay, there we go. Yep, all right, creativity is life. Corner knife would be awesome. Wishing everyone luck on the draw. Absolutely. Uh, let's see, Sally Webb, the border tooling comparisons on the fan page has been very informative. Good to hear that. Uh, okay, Matt Brown, thanks for looking at a calendar. The last live of the year is 1 week before. Okay. Oh, then that's going to line up. All right. So I'll put that on the calendar. I'll start working towards that. We'll see if we can pull that off. Let's see. Craig Treyrup. Craig, please forgive me if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. I don't have long to hang in, chat, but just wanted to throw out an idea for an episode. Stacked leather handle. Oh, man. It's somewhere on the list, but let me jot that down because you're exactly right. I've done one good stacked leather handle. It was a long time ago. I got to come back up to speed on that, but let me jot that down. There we go. Oh man, bring that one back from the bottom of the list. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Craig. Good one. Good one. Very good. Oh, Pam, cow check. Yeah, I like that. I'm so excited to plan a day the weekend after Thanksgiving with a girlfriend and her grandkids to play with leather. Oh, man, that's something to look forward to. Very nice, very nice. Uh, okay, Glorfindale, let's see, Chuck, do you have a favorite stamp? Or at least a style of stamp? Mine is a triangular basket weave. That is a cool stamp. And we've got one that's got a little Celtic knot in the middle. Trefoil. I've never known how to pronounce that. I've never heard someone say that. It's kind of like fibings, phoebings. Technically, it's fibings, and that's straight from the source, which, by the way, all right, I wanted to bring this up because I'm out of fibing stuff, out of fibings, bling, and swag. Talked to them last week. They're going to send another box of stuff for giveaways. They're such great people. They really are friendly. And if you ever get to make it to a show, you'll get to meet Ian, and he's just great. Just great. They're great people. He said, I got more stuff for you. And he called me. I didn't even call. He called me and said, I got some great stuff for you. I'll send you a box. So we'll have some more fibings to give away here pretty shortly. Love their stuff. We got to have swag in the shop, right? Yeah. So anyway, maybe next time we get together, actually, next time we talk, that will be my giveaway, something from my shop. Corner knives are coming from the mothership this time. So anyway, oh, Craig, bless your heart, it's weird and Danish. Oh, I hate mispronouncing somebody's name. Okay, David Sayer, is that pretty close? Corner knife. That's right, entered. Oh, Tina Weber. Yeah, very cool. Let's see, I'm just a newbie to leather, and I'm making mystery braid bracelets as gifts this year. Nice. Those always go over so well. You're exactly, those are great gifts. We can make them quickly, like for coworkers, where we got to make a bunch of them, or family or friends or neighbors. Great one. Tina, good one there. Conrad Drzyarski. Hello, beautiful people. I agree with that. Absolutely. All right, so back to Glorfindel, because I get squirrel, right? Yeah, small shiny objects, Man, that's a tough one because our higher level of stamps, they're such nice stamps. I swear, I hope Weaver doesn't figure this out. They're half the price that I think they should be. I would pay twice that for those stamps simply because of the quality. They're great stamps. Anyway, man, that's a hard call. I love the barbed wire because you can, they're okay. So the barbed wire is a great stamp because you can go around corners and it looks good. But when you break the two apart, the barb makes a cool geometric pattern. I actually saw that on a saddle at a Western store here in Atlanta. But then the wire part, that's cool. That's going to come up here shortly. I've got a tool. I can't really say it's a carved design, and I don't even know where to use this because I've had it for a long time, and I've actually got it sitting next to. In fact, you can see. Let me move over. There we are. That's one of my light. I've got two. It's like 1.5 by 1.5. They're pickets, for your deck railing or whatnot. I've got them clamped on, and then I've got the small clamp lights or bell lights on either side of my tooling surface, mainly because when you're using your swivel, if the light's over here, you're in shadow. If you're stamping and the light's over here, you're in shadow. So I got one on either side. The point I'm getting at is that little, I know because it's reversed to me. There we go, right there. Okay, you see all that stuff hanging on? Those are all just little tools or stamp designs that I've come up with over the years. And it's on a scrap piece. It was a experimental piece. Is it going to work? Is it going to, well, the bad ones go in the trash, the round file. But the cool ones, I just tie on a little string and hang up there. So when the right project comes along, I've got like a little stack of swatches I can look at and figure out which one's going to work. Now I did forget where I was going with that. Anyway, okay. Crap. Okay, Glorfindel, the stamps. And I'm trying to work my way back around to where I was. Crap. Anyway, well, that's a good trick. It's a good tip, to keep things close that you may not use. I think I'm back. Okay. So anyway, this is on one of those pieces of leather. Actually, there's 3 or 4 over there that I want to do a video on. One of them is cool, but there's a gentleman out there that's got a video on it, and he does a really good job. He does a good job. I kind of don't want to I don't want to do a video on his idea because he does a good job at it. But there's also a lot of folks that may not have seen his video, so they're not, it's a battle. It's a mental battle on that one. The point is, there's a couple over there that are great designs, and we're going to do a video on one of them. I don't know where to put it, but it looks certainly good. But coming back to the barbed wire, the wire stamp looks really good on that. I can't say. There's so many. Glorfindel, that's a tough one. There's so many that are my favorite stamps. I would have to say there's 5 or 6 that are my top. And maybe we can do a video on that. Let's do that. I'm just going to write down my 5 favorite stamps. And if I can pull it together, Glorfindel, I'll mention you in the video as being the person that came up with the idea for that video. God, no, I've got I don't know if you can see my stamp rack. I've got a good size rack, 2 feet long, 4 rows, and I don't know how many long. That's got to be at least 100 plus stamps. There's another smaller rack on top of that that's got to be, I don't know, 4 by 10. So and then my weaver is the same. I don't know how many stamp tools. It's something about us leather crafters. It's like stamps are just, we buy stamps. I've got stamps I've never used, but that's not the point, right? They're in my tool rack, right? So, okay. Anyway, moving on, because that one stumped me. That's a hard one. Okay, yeah. Englishman, Finland. Also a long time ago, how to use a head knife. Round knife, the head knife. I know you use a box cutter, but you must know a person. That was on the list and it just fell off too. Let's find that. I'm going to put I'm just going to take this over to my to-do list when we're done today. And I'm going to write every one of these down on my to-do list because if it gets there, it doesn't go away until it's taken. There we go. Trying to write in shorthand. Oh, that's a bad plan. What the hell does that say? Right. Round knife. Got it. Okay, got it. It'll go onto the list. We'll find somebody to do a good round knife and or head knife video. Okay. So let's see. Moving on. Yeah, okay. Uncle, Mama, Bobby, Susie. I know that's just hard to say. I got to slow down. Let's see. I've only stamped 1 or 2 key fobs, so I don't have a fave yet. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, Tina Weber. Oh yeah, I just love braids. There's a stamp tool. There's 3 or 4, 5 or 6 stamp tools that are braids, different kinds of braids. One of them is my favorite. You've got like a 3 braid and a 1 braid, so you can work your way around a corner. Here's another one of my favorite. What did we use that on? Did we use it on saddlebags? Crap, I can't remember. I've done so many videos now, I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, all right. Let's see. Yeah. I was thinking it was like 3:30. I wasn't even looking at my clock. I'm like, oh, we got plenty of time. Okay. So, giveaway. Let's do this. Let's see. Yeah, my new phone. I got to reset it because my screen time. Okay. We don't have it up just yet, but Miriam's going to have a winner here any minute. And while we wait, okay, because actually on my script, I was going to talk about just like a theme of the week, stamping, because I know I'm going to keep watching this. Anyway, oh, there it is. Okay, so our winner, congratulations to Richard Wadas, Wadas. Very cool, Richard. Congratulations. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to email us at, let me get back over here, make sure I get everything in here. Supply info at weaverbrands.com. That's Weaver, BRANDS.com. Now we're going to need your name, address, and as we just found out, we need a phone number. We do, because Con, if you're with us this week, I'm sorry, I sent you an email, may have gone to your spam, but email us because we need an apartment number to deliver the gift from last time. Yeah. All right. So, Richard, name, address, and phone number. Email it to supply info at weaverbrands.com. We'll need those three things. And also, which size would you like? Now, I might could help out here because literally, looking at the ones I use the most, the one handle with the most use on it, looks like it's the 30 millimeter. Now, if you like wallets, you do wallets, luggage tags, smaller things, I might go with the 15. We've even got a 9, that's now, to me, that's not so much help on an outside corner, but an inside corner, almost impossible to cut those clean. We can use a round hole and then cut out. Never looks great. I mean, it's not bad, but it doesn't look great. Best thing going for an inside round corner. So anyway, somewhere around the 15, maybe the 25, that would be my opinion. But you tell us what you want, and we'll get one of those beautiful knives on its way to you. It's a game changer. It really is. So congratulations on the win. Hallelujah. Got a brand new corner knife coming to you. And everybody that entered, y'all, thanks for entering. Absolutely. Thanks for entering. We'll do our best to give away something every time we get together. That's what I like to do. Every other time is something from the mothership. Every other time is just something for me. Something from my shop to your shop. We'll get some good fibing stuff in here too. I just love fibings. I love everything they do. I really do. But anyway, okay. Oh, Pam, cow chick. All right, cow chick, Chuck with sharp objects again. You're right. Y'all keeping me safe. Keep it. Downside is Jill hasn't left yet. So I'm not in that envelope of damage just yet. So yeah, she'll leave out about 3. Well, technically, she'll get up at 3 in the morning. She leaves out at 4. I still consider that part of yesterday. She'll leave at 4 so she could, because she plans this out. She got to go through Charlotte. So she leaves at 4. She can squeeze through Charlotte before rush hour, and then she can squeeze through Washington and Detroit before rush hour, which will literally, her last drive, she left later in the morning, I think was 15 hours. But if she can squeeze through, it's like, I think her best time is like 11 and a half hours. Yeah, which that's a lot of windshield time, but she gets to spend some good time with her dad and her brother, and I love Joe and Jay. So, hey, Joe and Jay, just in case you happen to be watching today, but I'm so happy she can go. And the next time I'll be going with her. We'll go up together because I need to see him too. And I love South Jersey. Oh, man. The food. Oh, the produce. Oh, the restaurant. We're back to food, aren't we? I said we're going to talk about leather today. And we wandered into food. Okay. Anyway, this is something I was going to mention because before it got to 3:45 so fast, theme of the week is stamping. And it's funny, Glorfindale, you bring that up because I love to stamp. I love the tool, particularly like the Celtic. I love doing the traditional Celtic, the knots. That's my favorite carving, technically. But for a lot of us, we're not going to go there. Don't have to. You don't have to. In fact, most of my videos are kind of aimed more at the other 80% of us that don't really do the carving. Um, I like to stamp. I love because we've got so many great stamps. Our border stamps, meanders, um, the geometric are some of my favorite because we can do such gorgeous patterns. All right, we don't have to tool. We can stamp absolutely and do some beautiful work. To me, it's a little more. Um, I don't know what the word would be. It's where I don't know where more controlled. Maybe if we're not comfortable with a swivel and our bevel and our back, it's a little more controlled because one stamp makes one impression. We can stack that stamp, make multiple. Anyway, so the point is, with our stamps, we can do geometric border designs. Some of my favorite stamps are for the border designs. We can add some decoration simply to a strap or a belt or a gusset or a billet. We can do a cool little stamp design just about anywhere, and it's really going to pop. There's so many ways to go, but the reason I brought this up is because I've joked about the math here. All right. So let's say in our nicer tools, we're just going to go with those. I don't know how many tools we actually carry. I've never counted, but of the nicer tools, I think we have about 80 of these. Okay. So if we use one tool, we can make a design. Well, technically, any one tool with itself can make multiple designs. But let's don't go there because that muddies the water. Here's where I'm going with this. All right. Now, I don't know if my math, this isn't scientific. Okay, and lower your expectations about right. Anyway, the point is, all right, so if we've got 80 tools, let's just say we can do 80 designs. Okay. All right, let's add a tool to that. So 80 times 80. All right, we're using two tools, 80 times 80, 6,400 possibilities. Okay, let's take that a step further. Let's add one more tool. All right, now we're going to three tools. So now that's 6,400 times 80. It's 512,000 possibilities. All right, we're going to take this one more step because now let's take that 512,000. Let's add one more tool. All right, so 80 times 512,000, 40,960,000 possibilities. I don't know if that's absolutely accurate, but the math kind of works out, right? So you're stamping, so easy to come up with some kind of a design that nobody's ever seen. The more stamps you add to that, we've got a video coming out where we're using 4 stamps. It's one of my favorite designs. So, but on this video, it's a stamped belt video. We're kind of more concentrating on the design and the quality of the leather that we're using. We're going with a Herman Oak belt blank. And that's one of my points to the folks that are new. You can't believe the difference. And we've got a video on the difference of just like our standard imported double shoulder, great leather, absolutely. But when you're going to stamp or you're going to carve, the difference between the two is night and day. It really is. Look up the video on that. I did it 4 years ago or 3 years ago. I don't even remember the name of it, but it's comparing the two levels of quality. Because if you go with a Herman Oak or the Shaheen leather, your skills, it's good. How do I typically say that? Your work looks better without any increase in your skill level. You'll see what I'm talking about. Now, I would say case your leather. Absolutely. We got a great video on that. And in fact, in this video coming up, I'm casing the leather on that simply because we want to give the stamp or the carving or the leather or the impression, the best chance to be as clean and crisp as we can make it. And if we case it, now that takes a little planning. It's not hard. All we need is water in a baggie, right? So it's not an expensive process. It takes a little of planning ahead because we need to get that leather time to case. And we're trying to get that water consistently through that piece of leather or that panel of leather, but at the same time, by leaving it, like say 24 hours, which I think was Al Stolman's advice, it softens the fibers in the leather as well as getting a consistent moisture content across that leather. So if you've never cased your leather, just take a piece of scrap, take a piece of your nicest leather, the best quality leather in your shop, case it, then do a little stamping or carving. You're going to be surprised. Now, here's the next step to that. Herman oak, Shane leather. To buy a full side of that, that's kind of expensive for us crafters. That's a car payment. All right. So, great point. We sell panels of that as well as belt blanks. We got the Herman oak in belt blanks. If you really want to knock one out of the ballpark with a belt, just buy a piece of the Herman oak or buy a Herman oak belt blank, case it. You're going to be blown away by what you're able to do, you're capable of doing without any increase in your skill level. Okay, so that's my spiel on stepping up to a higher quality leather. And this is funny too, if we've got time. I'll mention this because when I worked with my previous employer, I taught classes every Saturday. A lot of us did. Like it wasn't just me every week, but I heard one of the other managers mention that they like to go with the nicest leather that company carries for the students. And I always thought on that. I'm torn on that. I'm torn because how many of the folks that are brand new are going to be buying that level of leather as opposed to like a good double shoulder? Um, I'm still torn on that because in my opinion, when you go like that's just an expensive leather for somebody that's brand new because you don't have the confidence there. That's what I'm saying. You don't have the confidence. So I might say go with a less expensive piece of leather. Like our single shoulders are great quality. The thing is when you go from that to a Herman oak or a Sheen, it's all the difference in the world. But you're going to be happy with that single shoulder. I think and then work your way up to that point. And that's why I like the bellies so much for the brand new folks. We're not dropping a lot of money on that. The point there is we're not concentrating on the money. We're concentrating on the leather. And if it's inexpensive enough to where we cut in it, we make a mistake. It's like, oh crap, we toss that little piece. We're not going, oh crap, I'm out $100. I'm never going to do this again because not the point. Buy an inexpensive piece. And we've got great bellies. They're good quality pieces of leather, but you spend $20 on a piece of leather, you're not worried about the cost of it. So therefore you dive into the leather and you do great things. I think that's where I'm going. We're not worried about the money. Let's concentrate on the leather and the product that we're working on. So that's about the best advice I can offer for folks that are new. Buy an inexpensive but quality piece of leather. Weaver's got them. We've got some great bellies and single shoulders. Start there. Work your way up to the new stuff. When you get to the new stuff, now you've got confidence. You've got some experience behind you. You know what you're going to do. It's going to look good, right? Okay, so that's where I'm going with that. Okay, Jim Jenkins. Jim, good one. Let's see. I've seen casing with water and saddle soap lubes the fibers, and you get better results from stamping. Good point, Jim. Absolutely good point. And I'm glad you brought that up. Absolutely. I've always used only water, but Jim, I might need to try that out. That sounds like an excellent technique. So I need to try that out. Thank you for bringing that one up, Jim. Good one. Good one. All right. So we're down to the last. Okay. Quick run through this. All right. So organized. I've got 5 organizers. You know, the kind that you buy at box stores or whatever. They've got all the little drawers. They're great. Love them. The problem is that 1-inch buckles or half-inch buckles are not the same size as 1.5-inch buckles. So in these, right, I can put some half-inch buckles in them, but now I've got the same type of buckle in a 1-inch or 1.5 inch. Crap. Okay. These are great. And we can get these like Uline. Companies sell, these are just bin boxes. They come flat. We just fold them. They're inexpensive, but I use the heck. I've got shelves over there with a bunch of these on it because they're inexpensive. When they get trashed, you toss them. I'm not worried about the cost, but it's a great way to keep like products together. And here's a great example. I set a lot of eyelets. Well, now it says synthetic beads on it, but that's my way of confusing myself. Anyway, the point is I've got all my eyelets, all my sizes, all my setters. I've got my throat and my anvil for my little wonder. Everything fits in there. never going to fit over in our organizers. Love the organizers for spots and rivets and little things, but the bin boxes are great and they're cheap. They're cheap, and you can find them at most any box company. So, anyway, that's the bin boxes. Big help to us. And then, all right, well, let's call it there because it's 4 o'clock. I'll get this same stuff out last time. We'll talk about it. So, crap. I didn't go into the fan page. We're going to run long. I don't care because these folks deserve it, period. All right. So on the fan page, if you haven't been on the fan page, it's just on Facebook, Chuck Dorsett fan page. Oh, you're going to see some pretty work. All right. So let's do this. Shout outs just for a couple of people on the fan page. Bill Watkins. He's done some silhouette tooling, and we're going long, so who cares, right? It's one of my favorites because it's a little less difficult. For those of us that, aren't the top end toolers, carvers, it's a little less difficult, but it looks so good. And Bill has done a gorgeous job with it. Very nice, Bill. Good work there. Dave Sayer, and I hope I'm saying that right, Dave. He's got a wet form tool pouch for a Leatherman. He's brand new at it. First time he's made one of these. Used some scrap on it, but in all honesty, looks good. Looks very good, Dave. Mike Young. Mike's working on a Q case. Another one that needs it. I've got like 3 pages of project ideas. I've been doing this 9 years, and I think 32 years to make all the projects on my list. I think that's right. Anyway, not really, but sort of. The point is, literally no end to the possibilities of stuff that we can make out of leather. And that's one of the reasons I say it's one of the best natural materials ever. There's no other material out there that we can make so many things out of it. Ooh, good English. I use words good. Anyway, Brad Glisson has got a wine rack coming from our video on the wine rack. And it's looking good, Brad. Very nice. Okay, Jurgen Volbach, he's got a picture frame. I mean, his work makes me want to get better or freaking give up. Maybe I can collect stamps or something. Not really. Work like Jurgen, that work we aspire to that level of work because we can get there. We absolutely can. Jurgen did. But if you've ever been at a show, Jurgen is he's a typical leather crafter. You like him the minute you walk up and say hello. He's just one of those people. You could be friends in a heartbeat with Jurgen. Super great guy. Matt Cutter Schofield. Okay, one of the things, and I absolutely believe it, loves going from a sketch to a final outcome. He's exactly right. Exactly right. And he's got a really pretty gift there for a friend up in Alaska. Again, you got to see that. And one more, and I put this last because Matt Walsh, very well said. You just need to read his post. You just need to. Very well said. So, all right, y'all. Some shout outs for the folks on the fan page. Thank you, everybody on the fan page, for making that what it is. I think it's over 13,000. But my phone, now that I've got my new phone, it's kind of wiped some stuff. Yeah, I got to find out how I can retrieve and maybe repopulate some of these. Not a problem. Not a problem. Anyway, all right. So we're going to get together again in 2 weeks. I hope we'll have some fun stuff to talk about. It keeps not getting talked about. Ryan, thank you very much on that one. Y'all, I hope you got something great on your cutting table. Hope you're working on something beautiful. Y'all stay tucked in and warm tonight. It's going to get cold. Winters are coming, but it's a great time to work on some leather. Absolutely. Been an absolute pleasure to spend this time with you. And I just see the comments. I'm so sorry I can't read every one of them and give a shout out to every person that drops in a comment here. I wish I could. Say hello, comment on your comment. I'm just not able to do it. And thank you for that. Called job security. Yeah, all right. So y'all, we'll see you in 2 weeks. We'll have some fun stuff to talk about. We'll have a good giveaway. I'll come up with something. Maybe I'll hear from Fibings between here and there. So everybody, have a great evening. Have a great second half of your week. Have a great weekend coming up. And we missed too. I was going to ask everybody what they're thankful for, and what's your favorite part of Thanksgiving. And we just never got there. I need to, at some point, I need to just shut up. Right. So anyway, I know I'm looking over here, making sure we got, all right. Y'all have a great evening. It's just been an absolute pleasure to spend this time with you. God bless everyone. Thank you for being here. We'll see you in 2 weeks. So good luck with your projects. Got to drop that in there. But all right. So bye, y'all. We'll see you soon. Love spending this time with you. Bye.